What's up, everybody? I'm Chase Lee reporting for DallasMoviescreens.com, and I got another movie to review for you guys, and this would be Blaze. Now, this one is directed and co-written by Ethan Hawke. Yes, that Ethan Hawke, and it tells the story of musician Blaze Foley. That's it. That's all the synopsis gives us, and so it's going to be a biopic, and, especially over someone that I've never even heard of until this movie. It's exciting because I get to know a new person. I get to see how their life was, all the ups and downs, and kind of see how this life is played out. And so I always love going into biopics where I don't have any idea who the person is that is featured in the movie. So it's exciting stuff. And, going into this movie, I was really excited because the trailer was really well shot. It was well acted, and it looked like a really just solid biopic. May not be the best of all time, but a solid one nonetheless. So I got done watching it. It's a good movie. And, oh man, Ben Dickey, who plays Blaze Foley, one of the best debuts as an actor I have seen in quite some time. First ever film. And he completely knocks it out of the park. And he's a musician in real life. And so, him playing, the music and singing on film, that's him. And that just makes everything more authentic. It's such an incredible debut. But let's start off with Ethan Hawke and his direction, co-writing, and also a brief appearance in the film. I think what Ethan does best, because he co-wrote it with Sybil Rosen, I believe, and she was the actual lover of Blaze Foley, and she wrote a book about him, and that's what this movie is being based on, is that book. And what I thought Ethan Hawke did pretty well for the most part, and I'll get to that in just a second, is jump between current time, past romance, and just kind of going back and forth and just seeing these kind of like high points and these low points of this man's life. And seeing, testimony from some of his friends that he's known for a long time, or even people that he just met. It's a good balance to kind of see it kind of be told in this nonlinear structure, and it's not, just from birth to death type of scenario, because that can get kind of boring. And so I do kind of love this interesting flow of going back and forth. And there's even some really great transitional moments where he'll take a couple characters and have them go outside, and then it be the jumping back in time type of deal. It's interesting stuff how he directs the transitional periods between, past and current time. And so on top of all that, I think it's actually really well written. A lot of stuff that I was engaged with in terms of Blaze interacting with Sybil herself, or him interacting with some of his friends, or even people at the recording studios. He interacts with different people in different ways. Like when he's with his lover, he's very warm, he's very caring, and then when he's with recording studios, like he's very abrasive and very kind of nasty sometimes. When he's with his friends, it's just a very kind of relaxed type of Blaze. So he's got different, almost like personalities, depending on who he's hanging out with. And I thought Ben Dickey had that range to kind of show us, when is he going to be likable? When is he going to be unlikable? And just kind of do this interesting weave throughout the movie that, even in his worst moments, I still felt like he was a likable person. And his music was really great. I've never listened to his music up until this point, but it was really kind of this like country, folksy, jazzy, bluesy, almost kind of mixture. And that's what makes it unique, because that's his style. That's him. It was not like, oh, he was straight up country, he was straight up folk or whatever. He made his own unique blend, his own, and that's what made his character so compelling, because he was a unique voice in that type of genre. Now, I did say there was a slight issue with Ethan Hawke's directing. For the first 5 or 10 minutes, I do believe there is a bit of a not very fleshed out editing where it is jumping from past to current. It did feel a little jarring, felt a little jumpy, didn't really have a natural flow. But after the first 5 to 10 minutes that got kind of kinked out a little bit, the movie was smooth sailing from there. So I just had to bring that up because it did kind of turn me off when the movie started. I was like, oh no, hopefully the movie gets better. But once it finds its footing and once you finally get into the story and get into Ben Dickey's performance, Ethan Hawke knocks it out of the park. To be honest, that's my only issue with it. But I have praised Ben Dickey several times throughout this review. He is a tremendous actor in this film. Great performance, wonderful debut. Now we have Alia Shawkat, or Alia. I think it's Alia. Alia Shawkat. She actually plays the lover of Blaze, and I thought she did a really great job too. I gotta be honest, the only thing I've ever seen her in is Arrested Development. I'm glad to see her in a different role. She still has that kind of sarcastic snark that her character has from Arrested Development, and kind of like her overall personality in real life. But she's able to provide such a caring nature to her character and just her personality, and it made her just even more inviting. And I thought her chemistry between her and Ben Dickey was really well done, to where when you see them on screen separate, you're like, there's no way this is going to work. But that's the beauty of music. You might have two separate things that don't feel like they sound good together, but then when you put them together, it is harmonious bliss. And that's exactly what the relationship is in this movie. And this movie relies on that relationship because it is based on a book written by Blaze's lover. So, and, girlfriend and all that stuff. And so, if that relationship did not work, this movie would fail. But it works in spades. Everyone else in the movie, fantastic job. Couple cameos, not going to ruin them for you, because when they popped up, I was like, okay. They are definitely friends with Ethan Hawke. So, they did wonderful. Everyone in the, if they were in a bar, they did really great. Clubs, hotels, people around the town. Everyone felt like they felt a part of this community, like this little town that they were in, or even when they traveled to do concerts or whatever for Blaze. It just felt like real people, and it felt like people you could see across the street and be like, oh yeah, you just feel like a real person to me. You don't feel like a caricature or like some stiff extra that's just walking in the background, or someone that's a really poor supporting actor or actress. Everyone just felt genuine, and it just kind of applies to the overall kind of feeling of the movie, as well as the visual look. I love the fact that Ethan Hawke, going back to his directing and cinematography, by the way, I love the fact that in present time it has this kind of naturalistic color palette to it. It feels like it's real and it's in the moment. And then when they go back to the past, he has this sepia kind of goldish tone to it, which is really great because it highlights that this is the past. These are memories that Blaze is kind of recollecting in his mind. And also it applies to, I believe, I don't know if this is true, but applies to the kind of gold warmness of country music and folk music, and just makes it, kind of inviting. It makes you kind of sucked into the movie a little bit more, with the color palette kind of matching the music. So I had to touch upon that because I forgot that when I was talking about Ethan Hawke. Sorry. But other than that, this is a good biopic. And I would recommend this to anyone that's, one, a fan of this type of music, or two, that just loves biopics. And I was going to give this movie a B, but Ben Dickey is so good, I am going to ramp this up to a B+. It's a good one, folks. I highly recommend it. And I've actually never seen other Ethan Hawke directed movies. I think this is his third or fourth one. And so after watching this, I want to go back and watch more of his directorial work, because not only is he a fantastic actor, but he knows how to create a good story And this movie kind of proved that to me. So thank you, Mr. Hawk. So that will do it for this review, guys. What did you guys think of Blaze? Comment down below and let me know. And that will do it for this review, guys. I'm Chase Lee reporting for DallasMovieScreens.com. And tune in next time for whatever I review next. I will see you guys later.